We extort people by given identity. You're black, or you're gay, or you're a Republican, or you're a Democrat, or you're a Southerner, or a Westerner. And it's been something that I have, I think, instinctively resisted my entire life. You know, I'd gone to school in D.C., I moved to L.A., and I was frustrated by the condition of schools in those cities in the 90s. And as I looked around, I saw this fledgling choice movement. And at that time, you know, Republicans were embracing the idea. Ended up switching parties and really threw myself into education reform, charter schools, vouchers, and the like. Ended up serving in the Bush administration as general counsel at the Department of Education, and at that time really got to travel the country and meet phenomenal educators doing amazing things with populations of kids that were all too willing to write off as kids that, for whatever reason around their circumstance, can't or shouldn't perform at high levels. And I saw reformers giving lie to that every day. And from that point on, I knew I would commit my career, my volunteer time to trying to create opportunity. I'm most proud of in my time in education. I'm most proud of having served on the D.C. Public Charter School Board and having chaired it for nearly 3 years. And I think the charter sector in D.C. really is a model for the country. Of course, we have a very strong law here, but during my time as chair, we launched the performance management framework, kind of a way to evaluate and rank charter schools. And I think what that allowed is a more rigorous form of accountability. You know, easing up on schools that were performing very well, focusing support on schools that need help, and closing schools that were persistent failures. And so I think that effort at accountability, coupled with our hiring of Scott Pearson, who is the executive director of the PCSB, I think really do stand for me as I think the most impactful role I've ever played to improve the lives of kids. I think the idea of respecting different paths to get to social justice is really essential in education today. And I think what we have to return to is an idea that pluralism presumes the goodwill of our fellow Americans and respects the differences that we all bring.